And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of SSW.
The following contest is
The
scheduled
man
for
who
one
believes
fall. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 265 pounds, the King, Mark Miller.
As the King, Mark Miller, makes his way to the ring. And of course, as per usual, ladies and gentlemen, it is a silver rush here tonight. Two more qualifiers, the last two matches in the first round will be happening. So, what is Mark Miller doing out here tonight? That is the question on everyone's mind. He was not scheduled for action, but he asked for this moment. He's got a good slot of time here. And the question on everyone's mind in SSW is what exactly he's got planned for us tonight. What is the reason Mark Miller has decided to come out here and gift us this time this afternoon? Mic in hand. And ladies and gentlemen, his mic's not on, but I can get the feeling of what he wants. I think he's challenging anyone in that back to a match right now. He's got some steam he wants to let off after last week, what happened to him.
And his opponent from Newark.
And ladies and gentlemen,
at 228
Mark,
pounds,
he wanted to let off some steam. And there's one man who's been coming out and showing out. Anytime we get a moment where a legend wants to step up and prove themselves again. And so I guess the time has come to ask everyone the big question: who's gonna win here tonight? Is Mark Miller going to pick out a victory against his student Nick Harris tonight? Of course, Mark making this open challenge makes 100% type of sense. He's frustrated. He had the opportunity just a week ago in the clutches of his hands. Hey, Mark, if it makes it any better, I didn't schedule it to be Nick. I scheduled it to be an open challenge. So Nick was just the one who answered it, bro. It could have been anybody. It could have been your boy, Stephon, or your other boy, Kevin Storm. But Nick Harris is here, and he's looking to make quite a name for himself tonight. Nick Harris is looking to make a name for himself tonight as he wants to defeat another legend here in SSW. The question on everyone's mind is, will Nick be able to capitalize on the mindset that Mark Miller is in tonight? As Mark is taking on Nick right now. Big chop. Nick Harris dug it another one. Look at this. Whatever he was thinking quickly stopped. Oh! Slingshotting himself off the rope and just taking down the opponent there. Pushing away, Mark here. Back into the elbow collar. Disrespect by Mark here, big punch. Got pushed deep into the corner. You know, I've got to say, Nick Harris has been showcasing himself very well over the last couple of weeks. He's been doing some things that no other men on this roster can actually say they have done before. Shot across the chest. He's running on that. Why are you running another guy? There's that seppuku from Mark Miller. That could be all she wrote. That could be the whole match. 1, 2, no. And again, that frustration from Mark. Oh my God, Mark! Mark! There it is, big clothesline from Nick. Second one. Mark, what was the point of taking out the ref with that ATL drop? And look at this, big combination from Mark. Shutting him down. And Nick is doing everything to fight back here. The ref is down, ladies and gentlemen. Kick to the midsection. Wait a second. Double underhook. Into the sit-out facebuster. Mark kip up straight to his feet. He's not feeling any of the offense this young guy is putting on him. But it looks like Mark might be taking a one-way trip here. Kick. Sweep the legs off underneath. Off the rope. Sliding! Oh, he was looking for that sliding one, but Nick quick to duck. Looking for a power slam. No, into a snap DDT. Come on, Mark. What are you thinking here? A second one! Oh my God! With a wind up and everything. And again, turning him over. 1, 2, 3. Hand on the rope. Nick Harris's hand was on the rope. But you can see the ref is not in a good position to see that.
Here is your winner, the King, Mark Miller.
Mark doesn't want nobody to help him celebrate his victory, his moment. Congratulations, Mark. Congratulations and welcome to SSW, ladies and gentlemen. We're off to a great start. Mark, just decimating. And we are started, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? We're going to run the quick opening ad here. It's got to go for a full 3 minutes, and then it's going to leave us alone for the next hour. Tadori is looking to take on Andre Vega here tonight. And the question on everyone's mind is who's going to win the 2 tournament qualifiers tonight? As in our main event of the evening is going to be the Ace versus Austin Andrews, 2 men who lost to Matt Savior en route to fighting Kevin Storm. Now will face each other in the Silver Rush tournament. Hello, Mikey. How you doing there, buddy? I hope you're having a great day. If someone can confirm that you can hear me. To all my friends who I was joining the party earlier and I could not talk to you, I have no idea what the issue with that is. No idea whatsoever. Oxstrong, yes indeed, my friend. You have a match later tonight as you will be taking on the powerhouse of Starry Night, Mr. Oxstrong, Andre Knight. When there is a minute left in this ad. Perfect. So good to hear you guys. When there's a minute left in this ad, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started then. As ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest luchadors to come straight out of Japan.
Making his
the
way
Green Dragon, Tadori, is making his way to the ring.
Weighing in at 200 pounds, the Dragon!
He picked up a very big victory in his return to SSW, but he did not proceed against Magic Hands Manny in the Silver Rush. Tonight, he fights against a man who did qualify in Tadori. I'm sorry, not Tadori. DeAndre Vega. Goodness gracious. As a man who was born to fly is ready to get in the ring tonight and take on Tadori. DeAndre Vega is here and ready to fly, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking a little bit away from this match for a moment, I want to talk about what's here to come in SSW. In case you don't know, we finally have our pay-per-view scheduled up. And over the upcoming weeks, I will be putting on our Discord channel some of the logos for the upcoming SSW pay-per-views. But as for this month, on the final Saturday, I need to double check and make sure that doesn't share a day with the WWE pay-per-view. But I believe that is not. So on May 28th, on June 28th, on June 28th, we will have our next SSW pay-per-view. No, that's what. It's 3 Saturdays from now. That's the day. Goodness gracious. What is 3 Saturdays from today? Why can't I? The 23rd, the 30th. What is that? The 6th? So the 6th. So June 6th. No, June 7th? And this match is starting as I'm just stumbling over all my words. But on June 7th, we will have our next SSW pay-per-view. I will double check that. But on June 7th, we will have our next event. That will be here in Detroit. We will be hosting SSW Motorcade Mayhem. Big pin off for Tadori. This match has started. Let's talk more about the action inside the ring, and I'll give you some more about the Motorcade Mayhem as we progress. But that will be also where we crown the first ever Silver Crown champion. Look at Tadori, big moonsault out of that corner. He's looking to head back into that corner, up on Brett's rope now. Into another. Oh, goodness gracious. I did not realize the music was still going. It was not playing in my headphones and then began playing in my headphones. Tadori leaned to the corner. Beautiful tornado kick out of the corner. Stepping on the arm here. Wrenching that arm. Big kick to the midsection. Tadori into the quick pin. 1, 2. And last week we saw Vega and Yuri put on an excellent matchup. Big kick. Vega was trying to hype himself back up to his feet. Tadori snuffing it right out. Big chop blocked by Vega. As now Vega jumping up to the top behind his opponent into a dragon whip. Hurricane Rana takedown. Neither one of these men afraid to fly, so it's just a matter of time to see what they will do inside this ring. Big backbreaker from Tadori. And I personally think, oh, he could be looking to end it right now with a poison kick. The stiff roundhouse blocked. Well scouted. Drop kick takedown. Vega has Tadori right where he wants him now. Slugging punches here, finishing up with a stiff one. Ooh, kip up. Caught, no! Both men able to evade what the other one was looking for. And into a tornado DDT. Been flying out the ring, big kick across the head. Standing super kick, and he could be looking at dance through the stars, the standing variation. And climb into that top rope. He could be looking to end this matchup. Another dancing to the stars. No! Tadori at the last second rolls out the way. Tadori looking for big impact. No! Taking out the legs of the dragon. Up again on that top rope. Vega. There it is. Dancing through the stars. 1, 2, 3. Quick action here tonight. Very quick match between these two men, but DeAndre Vega did pick out a strong victory tonight. Look at this beautiful moonsault that Tadori graced us with earlier tonight. The double foot stomp from Tadori. Here we saw that signature suplex, that signature exploder suplex to Tadori, which only netted him a 2 count. And it was this backbreaker right here that was set Tadori up for the poison kick. And then there was this beautiful tornado DDT from earlier in the match as well. But it was at this moment, that standing super kick into a dancing to the stars, that corkscrew moonsault into the top rope one, which would clean up Tadori here tonight.
Here is your winner, King.
Congratulations to DeAndre Vega getting some more momentum, another big win for himself as he heads in to the Silver Rush Round 2, where his opponent is none other than Godric himself. As we move into our next matchup of the evening. And shout out to Sleepy Street for the sub. We much appreciate you. Uptown JB is looking to go one-on-one with one of the Feathers of the Fallen in Reggie Taylor. Shout out again to Sleepy Street for the sub. We much appreciate you. 3 months. Wow. And wait a sec, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a two-step. And that means, everything's doing all good, Sleepy Street. We're having a great time. We're enjoying some fun pro wrestling here tonight. as Uptown JB is looking to make his way to the ring.
The following
An
contest
excellent
is
competitor
scheduled
inside
for
this
one
ring.
fall. Making his way
I
to the
took a
ring
whole long
from
nap and woke up
Charlotte,
in
North
time for the show.
Carolina.
You woke up at the
Weighing
perfect
in
time.
at
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
215 pounds.
You're supposed to sleep for the day.
JB.
And congratulations to Uptown JB making his way here. You know, he won a nice pickup game earlier tonight, and I'm sure he's looking to make his wins go in longer here. As he looks to take on 1/3 of the Fallen tonight, 1/2 of the Feathers, in Reggie Taylor. The oldest brother, the wild man of the group, the one who you can't quite predict is going to do. Very quick on his feet, very strong, agile man this Reggie Taylor is.
And his opponent,
And you can
representing
see the voices
Fallen,
starting to creep
from
in.
Seattle,
Brian is the man
Washington,
who keeps this
weighing
man in
at
check.
205 pounds. Eddie
Far away from himself. We have not seen Reggie in a singles match in a couple of weeks here after the hand falling to the hands of Godric. And ladies and gentlemen, put some channel points on the line. We finally have it up and running now that your channel points can be used for two things in specific. To obtain the use of our SSW bodyguard, you can get a bodyguard to accompany you to the ring. But of course, we finally have it up and running. You, one person, can challenge for an opportunity at the SSW World Championship. We have some points set up to where you can cash in your points to do such a thing. As both these men looking for something, as Reggie dodges whatever he had planned there. Quick rope break though. Kick to the midsection, big kick. Ooh, beautiful combination into a drop kick by Uptown JB. But right now is the time to start betting. Only more and more rewards are going to be added, so you should start earning your points while you can. Make a bet. Just a little bit of money can go a long way. And ooh, whatever he was looking for, JB able to quickly slide right out of it. And look at this, back into the arm and collar tie-up. Reggie pushing him against the rope. And there's that strength of Reggie Taylor as we were just talking about. Separation is made. Off the ropes here, Reggie. Oh my God! Able to find the head. Oh my, and look at this, now just choking him. Poison Rana off the bottom row springboard and now just choking the opponent. Double foot stomp. Come on, ref. Can you do something here? Check on JB. Back to his feet, JB still fighting. And look at this, Reggie once again overpowering the former basketball star. And JB blocking that leg kick again, trying to find some traction, but Reggie is holding him. JB throwing him back. Clotheslining him right over the top rope. JB making some separation. And look at this, the crowd get up behind him. Count of two. Reggie back in the ring. Headlock. Big punch. Now off the ropes. Ooh, pop up right into an uppercut from JB. Look at this. Maybe feeling himself, the energy of the crowd as Reggie makes his way back to his feet. Caught that kick. Oh, speaking of caught that arm on the spin into a vicious arm drag. You know, speaking of the Feathers, I want to talk. Wait a second. JB, upper super. No! Slum dog! Stun! What's this? Ladies and gentlemen, the lights. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. That's the Feathers music. The ref looking up the ref. Wait, there's Brian Taylor. On the shoulders of JB now. Into the world. Into the world! It's now Reggie crawling across this ring. Hit into the world. Arm over the shoulder. The crowd booing. 2. No! This crowd thought it was over. They thought JB was done for as Brian wanted to make an example known and wanted to prove that the Feathers are on top right before I could just talk about how but raves about how Vlad stole a win from Mark Miller over the last week. Now big chop across the chest. Look at this. Both these men trading and exchanging blows here. They be telling him to hit him. Caught him with the chop there. Both these men going straight into the clubbing blows. Look at this, trading blows back and forth. A straight up fight. Fighting to a standstill. Clothesline from JB. And a second one. JB on top of this now. Kick. Sweeping up the leg from underneath him. Keep up from Vlad. I'm sorry, from Reggie. Headlock now. Wait a second. Oh my God. Wet Willie. Thrown right into the side of the head. JB looking to end this. 1, 2 step. No. Reggie right out the way. Up the ropes. Ducking underneath. Hopping over his opponent. Countdown drop kick. Where's Reggie headed? Slipping out the ring. I think Reggie can't even contain himself over what he just did. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, congratulations to Reggie Taylor. Congratulations to whoever bet on Reggie tonight. Made out like a bandit.
As right here, at this moment, this was where Brian scooped up JB for an end of the world. And the ref could not see what had happened, of course, what transpired, but I had to just continue with the match nonetheless. As both these men, and right here, it was at this moment that JB, out of those trading blows, exploded with these beautiful clotheslines and was looking to get the better of his opponent. But it was here, the countdown drop kick. We saw it into the world earlier, but that's the countdown that's supposed to precede it.
Here is your winner, Eddie
As Reggie
Taylor.
has picked up one hell of a win. Congratulations, this is a win for the Feathers nonetheless, and I'm sure Vlad is in the back having a great time.
How's everyone's day been going so far? I hope everyone's been enjoying themselves as
We're going to get into the first of our 2 tournament matches, finally finishing off, I should say, the first round tonight.
finalizing the first round is the best way to word that. That's what I was looking for.
I hope everyone's having a good time and enjoying the show so far. This is, as further we get into this show, the more and more action you are going to see. And I can only ask right now, before we get deeper, what have you enjoyed so far? The open challenge from Mark Miller? Did you enjoy the last match we just saw, where the Feathers showcased that they are not a team to take lightly? But the Wonder Boy Yuri is looking tonight to take on Carmelo Warren, as Carmelo is making his way out to the ring. Excuse me? Mello, you understand this is for an opportunity, and Austin reminding him to get his head back in the game. Austin later tonight has an opportunity of his own, but this matchup is underway. And Yuri sliding. I don't think Mello understood what this matchup was for. I don't think this is a right moment to catch Mello like this, but it seems like it does not matter as now Mello trying to get into it.
I think Melo wanted to take some time off tonight. Maybe he didn't actually want the silver crown.
As the predictions are up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not too sure about what just happened there. Mello searching for his spotlight. This match is underway. I don't know if he still wants to be here or not, but he's performing nonetheless. Separation needs to be made between these two. Ooh. With a big punch, and it bounced Melo right off the ropes, and now Yuri getting the upper hand behind the man. Ooh, Melo down to the ground here. Headlock applied to the small Wonder Boy. And all the money currently is on Melo. Nobody believing in the Wonder Boy tonight. Nobody thinks the Wonder Boy's gonna put on another classic and take the steal and progress in the Silver Rush. Big punch to the midsection. Second one, Yuri back to his feet. Again, neither one of these men trying to let the other one get the upper hand here. Headlock again by Melo. Now wrenching it in, not letting Yuri go. Look at this. Melo's got firm control of that headlock. He's been practicing. Holding down the young man. Look at this. Able to twirl him around right to the back. Look at the excellent maneuverability on Mr. Warren here tonight. Headlock takedown. Yuri gets the upper hand here. And Melo could be in a place he's not too used to. He could be in a bad way. Melo trying to power his way back to his feet, but Yuri got the arm. Not letting him get the upper hand. Melo trying to get back to his feet. Yuri was smart to transition back out of it. Big punches from Melo now. And you know, a lot's got to be running through Carmelo's mind. Last week, he did not pick up the victory against Austin, a man who he's been teaming with, Big Enziguri, a man some might say he's been looking for the respect for. Somebody who, maybe if he could put away, now into a bridging pin, dragon suplex, 2, maybe if he could put away his animosity for his opponent. In Austin, maybe these two could go on to do bigger and better things together, or at least away from each other. But they always seem to find each other back, as now Melo lining up the opponent here. Lights, camera, neck breaker. As Melo sizing up the opponent here. And look at this, caught Yuri. Nice snapshot for the portfolio, 2. Just a 2 count. Melo is feeling the energy of the crowd right now. Off the rope here, Melo sliding clothesline. And we all know a man who likes to hit that clothesline, Austin Andrews, could he have been doing that in imitation to just a 2 count off that mid-rope knee? You see Melo getting frustrated. Again, going right back into it. 1. Just a 1 that time. Melo is frustrated. Yuri making some separation between the two. Using the rope as a stunner. Melo, what's he thinking? Yuri getting back to his feet here. Melo, not a full anesthesia item, but he's still able to clear that top rope. And now, look at his forearm. Come on, Melo. This is a very vicious side of Carmelo we have not seen before. Thrown right into the steps. Come on. Melo is just throwing Yuri around the ring. We have not seen as vicious of a man. And Melo telling everybody to calm down. He know Yuri's a bit too far. Ref at a count of 6. Roll back in the ring. Yuri punch as he's getting back, and that stunned a big chop from Melo. And Yuri returning the favor. Stopping the chop that Melo was looking for, and Melo stopping him. Look at this. Now both these men trading blows. Yuri is very close to that rope. One wrong punch might send him tumbling between them. Look at these vicious forearms. Caught him. Another snapshot to add to the portfolio. 1, 2, 3. Melo progresses tonight. Melo making the progress here in the Silver Rush. And right here, that lights, camera, action neck breaker. As now we know it is Carmelo who will take on Stefan in round 2. And just like the music says, Melo is doing everything he can to try to be crowned the silver crown of SSW. And here it is, these beautiful forearms, right into a portfolio. A portfolio slam.
Here is your winner, Carmelo.
Look at this Melo. The arrogance on his face. He did what he felt like needed to be done. He took Yuri to the next level. He knew the young man was not going to drop. And so he took him down. Added another victim to his portfolio as he moves on in this tournament. As we progress into our next matchup of the evening, as Hank the Tank looks to take on the powerhouse of SOS, Andre Knight. And personally, I'm a big fan of Andre Knight. I think he's going to do great things here at SSW. But first, he's got to realign his mind. He's got to get back on track. He needs to figure out exactly what he needs to do to get back in the game. As Hank the Tank, 1/3 of Make Wrestling Great Again, is making his way to the ring tonight. He wants to make an example of Andre. He respects what he does in this ring, but he will have none of his tag team partner doing any of that high-flying flips around the ring. And Andre doesn't take too kind to somebody talking disrespectful to his partner. As we move into the next man of the evening.
And his opponent from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 275 pounds, Andre Knight, AK-47.
As Andre Knight makes his way to the ring. AK-47 is looking to make an impendous impact here tonight. He wants to prove to everyone, including himself, that he can go. He can still do it here in SSW. He's a former champion, and there's nothing that's gonna stop him from regaining that title. How's the music sounding now? As Hank the Tank is looking to take on Andre Knight here tonight, right here, right now. And oh, flying shoulder block off the back of Andre. Ooh, Hank running right into Andre. Off the rope now. Big splash. And Andre is not here to play around. He is not here to play games with Hank. Elbow drop to the back of the skull. This is a match he needed to get himself back into gear, to remind himself of exactly who he is. And now an American leg sweep by Hank. Big punches right to the side of the face. Kicks right across the chest. Forearm across the face here. Oh my goodness, Hank is doing everything he can to keep this big man down. I don't know what else Hank really needs to do other than keep up the offense he's doing now. Is look at this, unloading into the spine. Hank is a very tough competitor inside that ring. I personally would never want to face up against him. He throws very mean rights and lefts and is willing to do anything to put an opponent down into the mat. But once again, I want to talk about, we will be sending out the logos for SSW pay-per-views coming up in the next couple of months. In the next week or two, I'm going to be adding these logos into the Discord. And if you want to see these logos before they make their appearances on stream first, please, ladies and gentlemen, come join our Discord. A link should be posted up in the chat. You know, we talk about wrestling in the Discord. We're trying to cultivate a community. I want to do other games as well, not just play wrestling, but there's a few variety games I really enjoy playing, and I think playing on stream is. Wait a second, Andre kicked him to his feet into a roll-up one. Wait a second, this is how he's been losing his matches. Another roll-up one. And that could have been the end for Andre, and very embarrassing if he lost to a roll-up to Hank like that. But no, as I was saying, I want to get into some more variety type of streaming other than just the pro wrestling, and I think it would be great to cultivate a community of people who want to see that type of thing. I like to stream things like King of the Castle and some other cool party games that are way more fun playing on stream than they are just with the, I mean, they're fun playing it with the people around me, but I enjoy playing them with other people. The more the merrier always. There's the rep and a count of 2 as Hank throws Andre right into those steps. And it looked, he was trying to do it again, and Andre caught himself. Rep and a count of 4. It is a 20 count here in SSW. Spinning back fist from Hank. Right as Andre got to the ring. 1, 2. As Hank looking to put this match away right here, right now. Kick to the midsection. Caught. Grabbed him by his chest. Single-handed spine buster. And Hank has just been on top of Andre tonight. He is not giving Andre any opportunity to really recover. And look at this. Looking for a brief, big suplex. Andre, float over the top. Powered up. And guillotining him on the top rope. Fireman's carry position here. Big back elbows. And if you're returning from the ad break, this matchup has been all Hank. But as I say that, AK is looking to change the winds here. Andre feeling the crowd behind him. What is he thinking? Dragging Hank deep into the corner. Oh! Rebound out of that corner. Wait a second. On the shoulders. Burning hammer. Fully loaded. 1, 2. No! Hank is not taking that much offensive. It's been all Hank during the commercial break. Hank has been showcasing exactly what he needs to do. Flying forearm right to the face. And knees right into the midsection. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Hank. Neck breaker, no! Clean forearm into the pin. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. That was a stiff forearm right to the back of the neck. Andre not staying down though. And wait a second. Scoop power slam. Big pin. 1, 2. And look at that big push. And Andre rolling, trying to get back to his feet. Irish whip right up the ropes there. Ran right into an opponent. Big punch from Andre. And Hank, while you might be a tank, you are not going to be strong enough to power through, I should say. Hank, oh! Andre just ran right into a back fist. 2. Just a 2. And I think that back fist may have cut open Andre. He ran straight into that head first. Pile driver! A pile driver! 1, 2. No! How? The Oklahoma smash was not enough to put down Hank, and it looks like it's just made Andre angry. Andre refusing to go down. Big chop. Hank getting the upper hand here. Both these men now chopping at each other. You see? Look at this! Into the punches! And Hank was not able to compete. Up on the shoulders. Burning hammer! Fully loaded! 1, 2, 3. Andre Knight fighting through the offensive that the tank of MWGA has. And there's that first spinning back fit right as Andre got on the ring. Hank caught those spinning back fits at the perfect opportunity to make sure that Andre was going to feel them. And look at this. Here was that first fully loaded burning hammer. Congratulations to Starry Knight pulling out a great win tonight. But that first burning hammer did not do it. Another one of the close calls here in this matchup. This match was filled with very, very close calls tonight. And right here, here's that Oklahoma smash pile driver. And it was into a very close 2 count. But it was right here. That stiff right was enough to lead it to a second fully loaded burning hammer. And that was enough to secure the 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner.
Congratulations to AK 47. Big, strong wins tonight. As we move into our next match of the evening, Magic Hands Manny, a man who's going to be progressing in our tournament, looks to get some momentum in a one-on-one match with Grave Danger's own Emerson Scott. As per usual, ladies and gentlemen, we must be quiet as Magic Hands Manny is making his way to the ring.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Francisco, weighing in at 210 pounds,
a couple of moments. But through this music, you will soon before you get to relax and watch his match tonight. As Manny has made his way to the ring. And that means Grave Danger has arrived.
And his opponent, accompanied by Luke Graves the Snake. weighing in at 226 pounds.
As Luke Graves, the natural, is going to be on the outside of this contest tonight. Emerson Danger Kid Scott. Danger is his middle name. Looks to get a strong victory here for Grave Danger. Showcase some head of steam of their own. Show that they're not a team to take slightly in the ring, whether it's singles or tag. These two men are looking to lock up right here, right now. On the collar tie-up. Look at the size difference between Emerson and Manny here. As Emerson utilizing that size difference, pushing Manny deep into a corner. Ref's got to make a break between these two men. Very clean break, though. And look at this. Irish whip across the ring. No. Stop. In the corner. Clothesline. Dragging him out. Big neck breaker. Beautiful combinations from Emerson. Quick in this match. Bottom rope into a moonsault. Was not able to catch it. Now, big neck breaker for Manny. Manny looking to capitalize on where Emerson failed. Both these men back to the center of the ring, not letting each other vie for control, though. Because now Manny pushing Emerson against the ropes here. And of course, Emerson's been the one utilizing a lot of his stamina quick and early in this match. Manny, of course, is going to be able to take advantage of that. Emerson now a bit slower. Had to tone down the gear a bit, and Manny able to push him deep in the corner once again. Big kicks for Manny. Look at this, lined up perfectly for a beautiful springboard moonsault using that top rope. As ladies and gentlemen, I know if you've been looking at chat, you have seen Kevin Storm has been watching the show. He has not made it to the arena. From what I understand, he has been helping with the tornado relief in St. Louis. And look at this, tilt-a-whirl neck breaker. Kip up as Manny headed to the outside, was not ready. Manny back in the ring, head scissors takedown. And Manny now, where's he going? What's he thinking? Leg drop to the back of the arm is what he's come up with. And we hope Kevin Storm and everyone in the city of St. Louis is doing well. It is unfortunate he was not able to make it here tonight, but we hope that him and his are doing well. We wish nothing for the best, and we hope that he comes back with the SSW title very soon. Big leg drop, missed as Danger rolls out the way. Single leg drop kick takedown. Standing moonsault now as Danger Kid looking to get into third gear. Elbow drop right across the back. Not stopping the offense here, plummeting these blows right into his spine. And another moonsault. All of this offense right against the lower back. And if you're a masseuse like Manny, you know you're going to need to work that out. Oh! Manny caught him. He was looking for a seated senton. Manny caught him and turned it into an alley-oop. And he runs right into the abdominal stretch. Big punches here from Danger. It's quick to get out of it. Manny throwing right into that barricade. Ripping a count of 6 as Danger gets himself back in the ring right before the 7. Big spinning back elbow. And ooh, big combination of moves there. And what is Emerson thinking? Back elbow. Stop. Clothesline. Back elbow there. And what on earth is Manny? Irish whip. Handful of steam. Oh, runs right into that turnbuckle pad. Big kick from Emerson Scott. Up on the shoulder. TKO takedown. Rolling cutter. 2. Manny able to power out, and that's exactly what's made Manny get to the second round of the Silver Rush. Bottom rope moonsault. And Man, that bounce has pushed him up to his feet, and that's exactly where Emerson wanted him. Leaned up against the rope. Handstand. In a cutter. He's into the danger zone. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Look at this. Beautiful. I forgot to put betting up. No one told me to put betting up. And you have to be careful against Emerson. Danger is that kid's middle name. Anywhere inside that ring, you are at will to enter the danger zone.
Here is your winner, Danger Emerson Kid Scott.
Now, while this show is winding down, we are reaching the back half of our matches. I will say, it has been nothing but a great time here tonight so far. Beautiful offense from every man who has stepped foot inside of that ring. As we get into our next match of the evening, we are going to see who is the better man of these two individuals. Mike.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
The Ox of SSW is looking to make his way to the ring here tonight. I hope my mic has not been off that entire match. I just looked down and it was off, and I don't know how long it's been. But Mike, he suffered a big defeat last week. He wanted to progress in the Silver Rush, and someone who he considers a friend took that away from him. He was not upset. He showed the respect at the end, but now you have to think. That was Mike's first loss here in SSW. Where does that put him now? Where does that put him now? His opponent tonight is a man who I'm sure he may have fought before inside the School of Storm. But here in SSW, this man has a different moniker, a different fly, a different vibe about him, because even when he's wrong, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Cameron Wright.
And his opponent from Atlanta, weighing in at 215 pounds.
He is one of the most skilled competitors here in SSW, but unfortunately also was not able to secure a first round victory inside of the Silver Rush tournament. And you are right, Lord. You cannot be wrong if you're always right. And is Cameron going to be on the right side of the victory circle here tonight as he looks to take on Mike Hall, one of the most stiffest competitors in SSW known to date? I am looking forward to see these two men go underway right now. Arm collar tie up here. Mike looking to get an upper hand, maybe throw Cam into a headlock, but Cam is the one who gets the headlock applied. Is now wrenching it in. Mike throwing him off the ropes, ducking underneath, hopping over. What's he thinking? Stiff clothesline, levels Cam. And now the ground and pound assault begins. Mike clubbing blows right to the. Come on, Mike. Come on, man. How both these men are looking to vie for control in this matchup. Mike able to push Cam to the back of those ropes. And you got to think, what exactly does the other person here need to do? This is going to be a big moment to prove for yourself that you can get back into the rankings of SSW. Whether it's the world title, this new silver rush, and placing yourself properly along the ranks for once it finishes the dust. Once the dust is all settled and a tournament champion has been crowned, where will you fall in that? You want to have a good head of steam. You want to be winning matches. You want to be able to walk into the back and tell the general manager, Matt Savior, I earned an opportunity. I've been fighting. Yeah, I lost in the first round, but what does that have to do with now? As Mike is from St. Louis, was able to make it out here tonight. Of course, we wish the best of Kevin Storm, but I've got to ask, if Kevin Storm is the big international star he thinks he is, doesn't he think he should be making an appearance on the show with the title instead of aiding the relief fair? There are people aiding that relief fair, and we're appreciative of them. Let the people who know how to do their job, Mr. Storm, as back-to-back enziguris have been connected here, as Cam is now on top. We'll talk a little bit about Mike again, not specifically Mike, but the man who beat Mike. That would be Showtime. He is in action later tonight in our co-main event of the evening. But before we get to that, I want to talk about how Showtime has picked up the first win of his in many weeks, and it was the most important win yet. It progressed him, and next week he has a very tough fight as he takes on Vlad Dragos, the leader of the Fallen, a man who also, wait a second, ducking the clothesline, big German suplex from Cam. And oh, Mike not feeling it. Mike not letting that German stop him. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stiff clotheslines in the corner. Mike looking for the pin. And wait a second, Mike. And I heard Mike earlier this week was aiding some of the relief effort as well. This man must want his picture to put in the St. Louis Times. No, a little bit too bright of a flash, and the ref telling him to get out of here. Could have cost everything. And wait a second. Big back elbows. Oh, was looking for L1. Was looking for L1, and he did not connect. Power slam, though, into an elbow. And that could be enough. 1, 2. And wait a second, Cam. And the flash could be enough. That flash could have stunned him for just long enough. Clothesline, caught the arm. Able to turn it into a powerbomb. Center of the ring. Landed hard on his back. Oxlong transition into a power slam, and the Ox of SSW got the clothesline. No, Cam trying to snuff out any hopes and dreams he's been. Oh, L1 vicious knee right to the chin. Slipping up the back, inverted DDT from Cam. Kick to the midsection, blocked by Mike into a clothesline. I think Cam was thinking Cam corner there. Shut this whole thing down. Big power bomb. There it is, L1 one more time. And another L1. Two back-to-back knees. Miller's crossing. Miller's crossing. And that could be all she wrote. This matchup is going to be over right here. 1, 2, 3. Excellent match between these two men. But at the end of the day, one man was just stronger than the other. And he's strong, in fact. Beautiful power bomb from Cam. I thought that was going to be enough to change the momentum of this entire match. But this L1 right here on the chin is where things started to go haywire for Cam. One L1 was not enough. Might get a second one. And then it was this Miller's crossing after a third L1 that was going to be the thing to put him away.
Here is your winner, Mike Oxley Long.
And another big win. And Mike realized what he needed to do. And that was get his head back in the game. One loss doesn't stop the momentum. He's still got all these wins under his belt. Congratulations to Mike. As we head into our next matchup of the evening. Our penultimate match of the evening. And I'm going to let Mike's theme play for a little bit because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to run a quick ad break here. As we get into our penultimate match of the evening, Godric looks to go one-on-one with Showtime. And I gotta ask everybody, how are we enjoying the evening? What has been our favorite matchup so far tonight? I know it's been a quick show. There's been a lot of quick back and forth action between everybody. Can I ask that after the show, can we hop in Discord for a little bit? Can we hop in Discord for a little bit, boys? I would like to talk to y'all. Y'all can see my mic is working, but for some odd reason, the Xbox isn't picking up my mic. Discord is picking up my mic, but Xbox won't. So we can hop in the Discord. I hope everyone's been enjoying the show, though. I really do. I know I have. It's been a good time, and I'm excited as always to be able to be here and give you guys this type of show. And I appreciate everybody who, whether or not you have a call in the stream and you are participating, or you just show up because you enjoy either hearing me, seeing the calls, whatever it might be. I think that you guys come out here and let me be able to do this for y'all because this is so much fun. This is like one of the highlights of my week every week, and I'm so happy I get to do it. But enough with all that sappy stuff. I'm appreciative of all y'all. Y'all know that. Whatever. Let's get into the penultimate matchup of the evening. As the Golden God is going to be making his way to the ring shortly, let's talk about all the things that Godric has been doing in SSW. Let's talk about the fact that Godric, for weeks, has been terrorizing Infamous. Let's talk about how Godric is moving on in the tournament. Only a single loss to his name as well. let's talk about how Godric is here to make an example of Showtime. And you know, this could be the semifinal. I could be giving you all a sneak peek right here, right now, actually, what the semifinal looks like. If you're heading back, Godric is making his way to the ring right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Golden God, a man who is downright terrifying inside that ring. A man who knows no bounds and will do everything in order to win. As he looks to take on a man who has been on one hell of a losing streak, but that ended last week, and it's this week. So he's 1-0 in his mind. It's the start of a new dawn, a new era. It's show time. He wants to come out here tonight and prove to himself that he can do everything necessary to be the only man at the top of SSW. He said, sure, we can't find Kevin Storm right now, but what's that? Matt Savior wants to crown a new champion? Don't matter what the belt's called. With Showtime, it'll be the main event title in no time. And that's the type of mentality Showtime has got to be moving in with this matchup tonight. You gotta love what Showtime is bringing to the ring each and every week. He brings a very unique style of offense. He's always dressed to impress, and he's ready tonight to make a name for himself, as always. And I can't wait. I can't wait for this. As Godric looks to take on Showtime tonight. Let's get this matchup underway, ladies and gentlemen. Big punch right across the side of his face. And look at this, Godric trying to German, it looks like. Already, and Show's not letting that happen. Show's refusing it. Look at this. Showtime able to get the standing switch off. The crowd has chanted for more Mikey and for more Mike Oxlong and of course, this man in the ring, Showtime. We know their moniker. Look at this big wrenching it out. He's trying to weaken that belly, and arm drag down to the mat, headlock. I didn't think that Show was going to be able to power around Godric so effortlessly like this. Show's trying to get Godric to tap here. Headlock is deep on the ground. And big knee right across the back of the skull, and that's gotta hurt. It's gotta do some real damage here and take a lot of effort and wind out of you very early. Getting your head, the brain just bouncing around the skull like that. As now, Show back to his feet, trying to take advantage, and Godric is standing his ground. Not letting him, and look at this, pushing him back against the ropes. Like I said, Show was trying to get the advantage here, and clean break from these men. Back into it, and Godric now, and Show not letting him get the upper hand. It looks like he's doing everything he can, and headlock from Show. Able to find his own even standing ground. And look at this, Show. Now, most of y'all won't know it from his size, but Show is one hell of a technician in that ring, actually. He can maneuver like no other inside there and knows exactly where to pinpoint you and make you hurt. Looking for a power slam. No. Godric slings out the back, and there it is. Godric finally gets him off his feet. And we know this is what Godric has been wanting. He's been wanting to lift Show. The moment he can start throwing his opponent around, it's Godric's game. And look at this, Godric still in firm control here. Grabbing Show by his hair. Those long dreads. And Show, ooh! Show's just dumping him. Knee hitting his knee. Slipped straight in between the ropes. Bounced him up. Come on, ref. I saw it. You had to have seen it. Godric still able to recuperate and recover. Back in the ring. Show, Irish whip as soon as he gets in. Hop it over. Into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there. One. Just a one count from Godric. Big kick. And look at this. Irish whip right into a punch. Neither one of these men wanted to give the other one the opportunity to recover as a huge deadlift into a back suplex. One's got to be thinking who exactly is going to pick up the victory here tonight. And I've got to tell you, I think, honestly, I think Showtime could make a huge statement here. Oh, God, that took a little bit too much time trying to get in position, and Godric was able to power out as Godric. Speaking of power, look at him. Look at him. The Golden God just throwing him so effortlessly. And now into the roll-up. One. Spear! Right out of his shoes! 1, 2. Show literally off of his feet just speared Godric there. As soon as he got back up. Double knees right into the back. 1, 2, 3. No! And you see, I think Show even thought it was going to be 3 there. Just a 2 count. Godric and Show not done yet. Into a side slam of sorts. And we Godric again with the roll-up. 1. And the ref waiting till the shoulders were flat. Elbow. Looking for the gift of the gods, but no. Both these men fighting now for control. And oh, Show was trying to carry him to the ring, and look at that, his back hurt a bit. And look at this. Godric's lining him up right where exactly where Show is hurt. He sees it, and like a shark in a blood-filled water tank, he knew exactly where to strike it. Oh, no, Show. You gotta be careful, Show. Up on the shoulders. And the torture rack applied. Show able to still remove those hands. His back has been hurting, but he was able to remove those hands and avoid the torture rack for too long before Godric was able to start wrenching it in desperately. Stiff punch. And what does Show need to do? He's in a bad way. He's feeling a lot of pain probably in his lower area. And a single hand spine buster, and that can't feel good when your back's already been showing problems. And Show enziguri. I know that's had to take a lot out of him. And the move that showcased him the win last week. Frog splash from Showtime. That's what secured him the victory last week. As now he's dragging his opponent Godric deep across the ring. And oh, Godric just pushes him away. Pushes him out of that corner. Off the ropes, Godric. Single hand spine buster, and there's the strength of the man. The Golden God. Oh, no. He caught him. Gut wrench. Suplex roll through, and we've seen this before. We've seen him not let go with this before. Releasing him hard. You know that back is in pain. That back is in immense pain. Deadlift into a power bomb. Oh my God. And it's just weakening it up. God, and here it is. Headed to the top. We know what he's thinking. Oh no. Not thinking to get to the gods. Dive diving shoulder block into a pin. A battering ram of offense. 2. No! Oh my God. Show barely popped his arm up. Did you see that? His arm looked like it was second nature. There was no strength behind. Spear in the corner. Oh my God. Spear to a. Oh, Show, just stay down, man. Stay down, Show. And here it is. Again, that golden torture rack. Wrenching it in deep. No. He didn't have it all the way. Back elbow from Show. Spear! Spear from Showtime. Spear from Showtime. And I think he's dazed. I don't think Show. And look at this. I think bad angle by the cameraman there. But I think Show is dazed. Running right over the clothesline now. As Godric made his way back to his feet. And Godric hit it back to that top rope. What is he thinking? Diving fist drop. You can see the imprint of his fist right across the head. And beautiful uppercut there. I can't lie. Kick to the midsection. Grabbing him by his throat. Military press. Power slam. Hard on the back. And like I said before, Show was holding that back. Let's do it right now. He was holding that back and elbow drop. And I think that elbow drop was to the top of the skull. And and look at this now. Show going to an old-time favorite. And what's he thinking here? Out of the corner, the double knees to the back. Godric was in the wrong place. Wrong time. 1, 2, 3. Godric thought he was safe. He thought he could. Oh my goodness, Godric. And it's just like that the match could end. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about. You see that? Landed right in between those ropes. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from earlier. Congratulations to Showtime. Congratulations to Showtime. But more importantly, congratulations to everyone who bet on Showtime tonight. Made some money out there. There's that first spear. Took him right as he got up. He leaped and speared him right out of his boots. For only a 2 count. And we saw Show went early. Try to show out that big frog splash from the big man. And here's that pin I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Where Show barely able to push his arm up. And it was here, this diving fist drop that would be the turn of the momentum in the Show's favor. As Show has gotten back to his feet, but Godric was in a bad place. As Show realized he got to be in the right place at the right time with a double kneed backbreaker.
Here is your winner,
As the men in the back were thinking of helping his friends, but they don't need to help him because it's Showtime, baby. It's his time every time he steps into this ring from now on. And a win like this is exactly what he needed to move up and to get his head clear. As we are going to move into our main event of the evening. As the ace of pro wrestling, a man who believes he should be the world champion right now, Matt Savior should have never win against Kevin Storm. Looks to go one-on-one with Austin Andrews, a man who has earned everything in this company. Never begged anybody for nothing, fought for whatever he needed. But of course, the ace of pro wrestling cares about none of that. What he cares about is the fact that he has a pinfall victory over Kevin Storm. He believes he should be the one to dethrone Kevin Storm.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 220 pounds.
Ace has to be thinking progressing and winning the Silver Crown. Well, Mike put him exactly where he wants and say that he'd be world champion if not for Kevin Storm. And you have to keep your eyes on the dealer. Keep your eyes on the ace of pro wrestling. And welcome to his ring, his house, tonight, Austin Andrews. There is only one man who I could say could ever think of beating the ace. One man who probably thinks more of himself than the ace. One man who thinks he should be world champion more than the ace. One man who thinks he is the world champion, the people's champion, a champion in everyone's mind, including his own. And it's only a matter of time before his hands touch another title. And that is a man whose ego, whose pride, no, who will shine through. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Austin Andrews is here tonight. This is a man who believes he deserves to be on top of the mountain and will do nothing to let anyone stop him. He is relentless in the ring, an in-ring offense that is technically sound. He is a ground and pounder, so you cannot get outside the ring and start fighting dirty because he is dirtier. But over the last few weeks, there is one thing that's been on this man's mind, and last week he was able to conquer it, and I know it has to have eased his soul. It had to have pushed away any sort of complications for himself because he beat Carmelo Warren and once again proved he is the more technically sound wrestler than the other one. He is better than Carmelo Warren in his own opinion, and I asked him that last week. I caught up with him after his match. We sat down, we talked, and he said he feels better than ever, and he's looking to become the Silver Crown the same way he became the workhorse, by fighting. And big stiff lariat to start this match, and that could be the whole match right here. And Austin unleashing and unloading. And exactly what did I say? Austin has this new mentality behind him now. He's feeling himself. He will let nothing stop his own confidence again and get underneath his skin. And we saw him earlier tonight make sure Melo progressed in this tournament. He made sure Melo got in the ring because we saw Melo was having doubts of himself early. And Austin tagging with Melo over the last few weeks probably sensed that. And that was probably what was giving him his own self-doubts. But he bested Melo. And he was looking to shake the hand of him. But Melo had the chip on his shoulders. Now Ace throwing Austin to the outside. And we've seen Ace size up opponents like this before. Slipping right under that bottom rope. Big drop kick. And Ace has been in firm control after that explosive start from Austin. And Ace wants to win tonight. Ace wants to go on, breeze past everyone else in this tournament. And again, having that ground game well scouted, Ace able to quickly roll over Austin. And I have to agree with Ace. Getting caught in a ground and pound offensive versus Austin is probably not what you want to do. What could Ace be thinking up on Brett's rope here? Looking for a diving uppercut, did not connect. Austin quick to recover though. Rolling his opponent over, making sure he does not know where he is, picking him up into a quick kick to the back. That's a classic way to make sure your opponent is disoriented and able to inflict a quick amount of pain to him. It's not Austin on top of Ace here. Targeting each and every body part of Ace before going into that ground and pound game. He's making sure Ace does not get the upper hand again. And like I said, Austin is a very aggressive wrestler. He does the ground and pound like no other, but he is a tactician and a technician at the end of the day. Jawbreaker now, and you see the blood pouring down on Austin's face. Ducking the roundhouse, Austin. Hey, I mean, Ace, and Austin was looking to follow up with something impressive, but Ace, right there, there's that stiff roundhouse. Coin toss! And a coin toss, and Ace yelling at him, get to your feet. Jackpot, that could be all she wrote. 1, 2, no! And Ace thought he scored big. He thought he caught Austin when he was slacking. And what's he thinking? Blood pouring down his face. You can see it. Senton! And oh my goodness, Austin quick drop toe. But Ace has just been one step ahead here. Clothesline from Austin, leveling him. And those lariats from the Lone Star do a number on a man. Look at this, big punches now, right to the side of the face. The opposite side of where that wound is, though. Ace back to his feet, able to quickly get that leg while he was coming up. Ace flicking him off. Tired of Austin. Big punch there. Chop from Austin, not moving down. Big chop in response. And a slap across the side of the face. Maybe trying to get into the mind of Ace there. Disrespect him a little bit. Big punch. And a return the favor. Neither one of these men giving the other one the opportunity to get ahead. Big chop. Austin. Into the. Look at this. Smoking stick out. Left. Right into the side of the face. Austin gets the upper hand. Thorne is running against the rope. There's that lariat. That Lone Star lariat. 1, 2. No. Lone Star lariat did not put away Ace tonight. Refusing to drop. And there it is. Austin wants to go outside. We're going outside, damn it. Austin, what are you thinking? Wait, Austin, get to the midsection. Black hole DDT. Boom. Landed hard on his back. You hear the raven? I got a 3. 4. Austin, it's a 20 count here. Ace back in the ring. Wait a second, Ace caught the punch. Roll up. Cold in the arm. His shoulder's off the mat. His shoulder's off the mat. Just a 2. And now Ace sizing Austin up. He could be thinking jackpot. He could be thinking jackpot. Chuck the leg away from the rope. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to the Ace as he gets his big win. Wait a damn second. I looked away for a moment. What is Kevin Storm doing here? The hell is Kevin doing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry that you have to end on this image. I can't believe what we just saw. Kevin Storm, I thought was in St. Louis, but it looks like he made it here for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, he wanted to at least show the title to close the show. It's not about the Silver Crown in his eyes. Congratulations to Ace progressing in the Silver Crown, but what about Kevin Storm? It looks like he's chosen his target. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me today. It was a great show as always. And of course, congratulations to the ace progressing in the Silver Crown. But I guess thank you for showing up, Kevin Storm. Have a great night.